Hi guys, Dollastic here. So here today, I am going to be making a different video. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for a new Blaze of Magic episode, but this was a video that I actually planned on making between episode 7 and 8. So I decided I'm not going to push it and I'm just going to get it out of the way so that I feel some sort of accomplishment. So as the title suggested, this video is going to be about how I create my Minecraft roleplay, Blaze of Magic. When I actually started researching how to make these sort of videos, I realized that there is a lack of resources and I just wanted to kind of put this video out there once I kind of get a hang of things. It has been such a blessing for me to be able to tell my story using Minecraft roleplay as a medium. So hopefully if there are any people out there with so much imagination, those aspiring Minecraft roleplayers can kind of look at this video and see how I kind of approached it. And please remember, this is not the only way you can approach things. There are so many other Minecraft roleplay channels who I'm pretty sure they use different methods of creating these sorts of videos. This is just the way I do it, and probably it might not be the most effective way to make these videos, but it works for me, so I just wanted to get that disclaimer out there. Another disclaimer that I wanted to quickly get out there is that I'm not going to be listing out all the mods that I use for Minecraft roleplays. So sometimes I have to take one out in order to put something in, and then I have to like do all these different sorts of work just so that I can use that mod for that one specific episode that I need that mod for. And also, I do also think that there has to be some sort of research on your end if you are looking into making these sorts of videos. And to me, finding the mods that will work for me probably was the easiest thing to do. So I think that's the least amount of effort that you guys can put into if you guys are really serious about making your own roleplay storytelling videos. The mod called Custom NPC is going to be the mod for you to install. Actually, it's the mod that I've been sticking with from episode 1 till now, and it's just a mod that I cannot not have in my series. It's a must-have for my roleplay. It is a very complex mod and it takes time for you to learn the mod, but once you learn it, it's wonderful. And disclaimer number 3 is that I actually work with a lot of professionals, professional artists and professional voice actors. So my project personally for me costs quite a bit of money, and that's one of the reasons why I cannot do multiples of upload. These videos not only take a lot of time to make, but it also costs money. And my videos, my Blaze of Magic is not that popular. I usually put in more into a single video as far as like financing goes. I actually put more money into the video than I actually get out of it. So I am actually making this series solely out of passion. So without passion, this might not be something that you guys want to look into because it is a lot of work, and you do not have to work with professionals. I just choose to work with professionals when it comes to my art and voice acting because I just wanted this to be a project that I can look back to and see my growth and be proud of. So anyway, those are all of the disclaimers. I'm so sorry that was long, but I just wanted to get it out there. So for me, Blaze of Magic, I wrote that story when I was in middle school, so I already knew which kind of key events I needed to hit and which kind of characters will come in play and things like that. So maybe it is a little easier for me when it comes to writing the story down, but actually for me it's probably one of the most difficult process because I am not a writer. In fact, when I used to go to grade school, when I was in grade school, I did not really like English and I did not really enjoy creative writing because I was more of a drawing person. So if I had a story in my mind, I would draw it out instead of writing it down. And on top of that, I feel like script writing is very different. But anyway, you have to do it. The first thing you want to do is writing down a script or writing down like the bullet notes of what you want to do and stuff like that. But anyway, here is how my example script would look like. Even if you are a fluent English speaker, I think it's always really good to have someone that will proofread for you. That's something that, you know, you practice when you go through grade school. You write your piece and then you kind of exchange your piece with your friend and then they would kind of find the mistakes that you kind of overlooked and then they would correct it for you and stuff like that. For me, my proofreader, her name is Stephanie and she has been so wonderful since the beginning. She's the one who proofreads all of my script and make all these kind of corrections as you can see on the screen. after she is done proofreading, I would go through the script and I will highlight each part. So right here, you can see that I've highlighted all of the Max parts, and I do this because I will be sending this script file via email to the voice actor of Max, and then I do that for all of the characters like Neil, Rachel, Rylan, Lucy, and I do that for all of the characters. And also, you guys will notice that in Blaze of Magic, each episode has a beautifully illustrated scene, and the scenes are illustrated by an artist named Jessie. Once I have the script finished, I will also contact my artist Jessie, and I will explain what the scene is about and what the characters are feeling and which kind of body action that they're making and stuff like that, and she will sketch out the scene for me, which kind of looks like this. I know it's super messy, but it's, trust me, look at this scene and then look at the next two and you're going to be blown away. So here is how her sketch looks like. Sometimes if I don't like the size of the characters or the position of the characters or the background, I will let her know in this process so that she can actually change them for me. But if I like how the sketch turned out, then I will give her a go, and then she will do the color rough. And this is how it would look like. Basically, color rough is where she would just, you know, block out the colors and, you know, choose the placement of the colors where it goes and the mood of the colors and everything, mood of the scene with colors and stuff like that. And this is how it would look. And again, if there's anything that I want to change, or if I want to change the lighting, color, or anything, I will let her know in this stage. Then after she's done with that, I will look at it and I will approve it, and then I will give her a go, and then she will jump right into detailing out the lines, you know, laying down those colors and putting all those gorgeous details and everything. And this process usually takes her anywhere between 3 to 5 days depending on her schedule and the complexity of the illustration. And the final result will look like this. And sometimes even after the final result, I will put in some special effects when I am editing, so it will look something like this. How I met the voice actors, I will kind of explain it towards the end of the video because I don't want this kind of process to be interrupted. But anyway, I send it out to voice actors and then I give them the deadline. And so here are some of the voice actors that has graciously recorded their recording session, their script reading section for me, which I thought was really cool. So here it goes.
That's a good idea. She might still be asleep, but I'll go wake her up. That's a good idea. She might still be asleep, but I'll go wake her up. Lastic, are you awake?
It wouldn't be the first time she stopped time either. We have to find her. Wouldn't be the first time she stopped time. We have to find her. It wouldn't be the first time we've had... Yeah!
Why am I terrible? Why am I the worst?
Okay. Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time she stopped time. We have to find her.
Wait! What did I say about this magic? Fire magic must be used with caution. Please, cast it away from the building.
Ooh! I love the sound of that! The power we've been looking for all these years. Wait, are you saying she has the time control magic?
Lucian, that girl's magic. Is it what I think it is?
So out of 3 takes they usually send me for each line, I take the line that I like more, and then I stitch them together into one audio clip per scene. And after I'm done stitching all of the audio files together, and I kind of go through the process of making the volume somewhat similar and stuff like that. This is something that I'm still learning, and I am aware that I lack in this skill, but I'm still learning. So hopefully throughout the whole process of Blaze of Magic, I will also show growth in this kind of audio editing. But for now, this is the best I can do, so that's what I do. Then once all of the files are all stitched together and the audio clips are edited, then I bring it to my speaker. And then I ask my sister's help. She comes in and she usually sits on the computer that is right next to my computer, and we turn on the audio and then we start acting together. And here is an example of us acting together.
I know that face. You're blaming yourself.
Neil, why couldn't I stop time sooner? If I only stopped time in the middle of the explosion, No, at the beginning of the explosion.
We make a lot of mistakes, and this session goes for such a long time. Before I ask for my sister's help though, I try to do all the parts that I can do by myself. And once all of the clips are filmed, I bring it into my editing software. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Oh, and also all of the software that I use, programs that I use, I'll also kind of talk about it towards the end of the video. And then I put them all together, put the music and put editing, transitions and all of that, and I make it into a video. Depending on each episode, the editing can get quite complicated, but this is how episode 7, which is the last episode, file looked like. So now once everything is edited, I render it out and then I put it out there, then I make the thumbnail and then I upload it, and that's what you see. Just talking about it makes it sound so easy, but the process actually takes a very long time. Each video actually takes about a week to make. Now, let's go into some of the questions. Which softwares, which programs do I use to record my videos? To write down my script, I use Microsoft Word. Then to record my videos, I use Bandicam. Prior to Bandicam, I used to use DxTory. But if you guys do not want to spend money on these softwares, because Bandicam and DxTory, you have to pay for both of them if you want to get these softwares. But if you want a free software, OBS works just as fine. Just as fine. I just did not know about OBS until later, until I purchased these programs. But if you guys do not want to spend money on these programs, then OBS is just fine. Then to record my audio and edit the audios together and stitch them together and everything, I use a program called Audacity. And Audacity is actually free software for you guys to download and use. I had to look through some tutorials to how to use these programs. So, and again, that's something that I feel like you should research. There are tons of tutorials online, also on YouTube, for you guys to look at and learn these softwares if you guys do not know how to use them. And for editing, as I previously briefly mentioned it, I use a program called Adobe Premiere Pro. And also a lot of you guys I know will ask about my music. I actually purchased my music. I purchased the right to use the music that I use in Blaze and Magic. And my go-to website right now is Audio Blocks. All of the music that you will find in Audio Blocks, you will have to pay for it. But I have their premium membership, I think that's what it's called, where I would pay like a yearly membership and you can use all of the music that they have there. And it's just been really great because Blaze and Magic require a lot of background music, and depending on the situation, I have to find different music. And it's just been really wonderful working with the music that I can get from that site. So yeah, for me, I would highly recommend Audio Blocks if you guys are looking for some audio and willing to pay for it. And also, lastly, the question that I want to kind of address is how I met my voice actors. I actually first met the first bunch of voice actors through Eileen Monty. She was really wonderful. She offered her insight and her help in finding some of the voice actors, and I gave her the description of the characters and which vocal range I wanted, and she gave me the list of the voice actors that she thought would be suitable. And I looked at their website demo reel, and when I liked them, I contacted them and I got in touch with them. And the voice actors that I got through Ellie was actually Patrick M. Seymour, who plays Max, and also Steven, who does the voice of Neil. So those two are the voice actors that I was able to hire through Ellie. And of course, later on, I hired Ellie as Rachel. And also, she does the voice of Lady Phyllis as well. And then after working with them for a couple of weeks, I need more voice actors. And I was just like, looking through YouTube and trying to find other voice actors and all these stuff. But in the process, Patrick, who does the voice of Max, noticed that I was kind of struggling to find voice actors, and then he came and offered his help to me, which I thought was super nice. Seriously, there are so many nice people out there, so thank you, Ellie, and thank you, Patrick, for offering your help to me. That was so nice of you. So Patrick offered his help, and he actually has voice acting talent agency. Is that how you would call it? Recruiting agency? I think that's what you would call. And with his help, I was able to hire the other voice actors, such as Michael for Rylan, Lizzy for Now, Amy for Cal, and also Amy did the voice of Micah, which is the sister of Max, Kellen for Lucian, And on top of Lucian, Kellen also voiced Bear. And though it was a minor role, I was also able to work with Sean, who did the voice of Simon. So hopefully this video was somewhat helpful to those aspiring Minecraft role players who want to kind of put it out there to make this community grow, because I feel like there's so much potential. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so passionate right here. I feel like there's so much potential in Minecraft roleplay community. Not many people talk to each other, I feel like, but I feel like why not? Why not? We're a small community and I feel like there's so much potential and so many creative people are in this community already. So hopefully this was somewhat helpful. Next week I'll be back with a regular update of Blaze of Magic. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Stay beautiful and smile on, be a happy piggy, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.